Hello everyone of class 7 standard. Today we'll talk about the electricity and magnetism chapter, and the next part we will just continue today. So here I have just made the diagram here to save the time. So here the electric bell. Okay, so electric bell is actually depending on the electromagnet. We all know that one. How can you just actually the construction is very important, and question will definitely come from here. Now look, these all things are present in electric bell which we are using in the calling bell. Suppose if you talk about, then what is actually happening, look, the supply is there. Supply means the current supply, you can tell that one. The battery you are using, battery means the combinations of cell here. That's why it is actually two or more cells are actually combined to each other. One side is positive, one side is negative, so definitely current will generate and it will just pass in this way. Now you have to see that one whether the circuit is completed or not. Okay, suppose you are just talking about, now look, when the current will pass through that one, then what will happen? Then you see that one, then this magnet is, this is actually the electromagnet. So electromagnet is only acting when the current will be there. If current will be there, then this particular portion will be behaving like a magnet, this portion will be behaving like a magnet. Then this magnet will do what type of thing? This magnet will attract these whole things toward this side. Okay, then it will attract in this side. So when it will be attracted, that means when switch is on, then current will generate. One key will be there, that is missed here. So one key will be there. So if you press the switch, then current will generate here. Then definitely this one will be converted to the electromagnet. Then this portion will be attracted toward this side, isn't it? So as it will be attracted toward this side, then this particular thing, this is known as the hammer, which will hit this gong. That means this is actually the bell. So when it will be pressed, current will generate. This one will be converted to the electromagnet. This part will be attracted toward this side, and this hammer will hit this portion and it will ring. Okay. If you just release your hand, then what will happen? Then flow of current will not be there. Then this particular portion will no longer become a magnet right now. As it is not a magnet right now, because this one electromagnet depending on the flow of charges, flow of current. So in that instant of time, this particular portion will not try to come in this side. And when it will not come in this side, then definitely this hammer will not be able to just hit this gong. And this, then the particular whole device is inactive right now. So this is the actual thing. This is called the electric bell and the constructions. All the things are written over here in the book. You read from the springy. That means the springy one. It can movable. Okay, springy metallic strip. This one. Okay, which can move here and there. When there will be a electromagnet, it will move. Otherwise, it will not move. Contact screw is also there, which is just actually holding this one. This is a soft iron armature, because a magnetic material you have to take. If you take a wood here, then it will definitely not attract, because it's a magnetic material, and hammer is there, gong is there. Hammer will hit the gong, it will actually work. So this is actually the construction of the electric bell, which is given on the book. Next one is what? Now magnetism we have just completed in this chapter. Now we'll talk about the electricity. Actually electricity, suppose if you are talking about the sources of electricity, different types of electricity, the cells, these all things are actually present. Today we'll complete this chapter. Okay, so this chapter is the last chapter of your syllabus, and question will come from here. What I have written here, that I means current, Q means what? Q means charge, and T means time. So you all know that one, in every good conductor there will be some free charges. Suppose E minus, that means electrons are there. So whenever the electrons are getting some energy from somewhere, suppose from the battery or from the AC supply, suppose if you are talking about, then these electrons are try to move in a direction. When they will move in a direction, then within a certain interval of time, how many charges are flowing, that is actually the current flow. So this is actually the current. We have to just note that one. So basic thing is there should be some amount of free charges which can move when they will get the energy. If they will move in a certain interval of time, then they will produce the electricity here. Okay, from your syllabus I am just telling that one. That is actually the electric current. These all things are actually written there. Next one are the sources of the electricity. So many sources are there. Suppose you are talking about the cell. Okay, next one is the battery. Okay, suppose you are talking about the cell and the battery. The basic difference is that cell means what? That one simple thing like this. This is the actual notation. You can tell that one. This is one type of cell. Plus minus. Okay, one side will be plus, which is having positive potential, and which is having the negative potential, and in between them the current can pass. Okay, these all things we'll read in higher classes, how current will pass. And this is actually the cell. There will be two types of cell. One is called the primary cell, and one is called the secondary cell. So primary cell and secondary cell, difference in between these two is what? That primary cell is a one-time chargeable battery. One-time chargeable cell, you have already just seen that one, that if a battery one time finished, then it is a use and throw type, that we won't be able to just charge this one again. Then that type of cell is known as a primary cell. Okay, one type of cell is what? That is a secondary cell, which can be charged more. Okay, another time, if you again and again, if you want to charge the battery, then it can be charged. Okay, so that is, this type of cell are known as the secondary cell. In primary cell, what type of energy is converted to what type of energy? This is chemical energy, which is present already in the cell, which will be converted to the electrical energy, which is converting to the electrical energy. But in case of the secondary cell, what type of thing? That means when till long this chemical energy is present, it can give the electricity. Okay, whenever it will be finished, then it will not be able to give the electricity. So this one is a irreversible one. Irreversible means you can't reverse that one back. Next one, suppose if you talk about the secondary cell, then both can be possible, chemical to electrical also. Okay, and electrical to chemical also. That means, see, just think for a moment, when the battery is only acting, then this chemical energy is continuously changing to the electrical energy. But while we are charging that one, the chargeable battery, this one, then definitely electrical energy we have given by the current, and definitely that will just help the bring this one back, that chemical energy. So both will be possible. So this one, that's why it is known as a reversible battery. That means can be reversed. This one is a irreversible, which cannot be reversed. So these are the thing. Battery is what? This is a combination of cell. So many cells. Suppose this is a one type of thing. Suppose one battery is here. Okay, this is one cell here. Then another cell I have just connected with this one. This is positive, this is negative, again positive, again negative. Then again one more cell I have connected here. Then this will just make a combination. Okay, and this one is actually a battery. Okay, this is not a cell, where more number of cells are actually connected to each other. So that type of thing is a battery. Next one is a generator and the dynamo. We all know that one, what type of energy is converted to which form of energy. Okay, so generator, dynamo, you have already learned that one, that which energy is converted to what form of energy. Next we are coming to the the resistors. Okay, resistor or the resistance. Suppose if you are talking about, then that is very important thing. Suppose you are talking about the resistance. Resistance, from the name you can simply just assume that one, that resistance means the opposing force. Suppose in a particular conductor, suppose a conductor you have taken, here in these conductor, if the current can pass, that means electron, the charges are passing in this way, that means it is producing the current here, that is I equal to Q by T here. Then definitely there will be so many molecules are present. Okay, these all molecules which are bound to each other, they will just resist the flow of charges. They will not allow these charges easily that okay, you can go. Not that type. So this type of thing which are resisting the flow of charges is known as, actually the property is known as actually the resistance. If the good conductor if you are taking, then resistance will be less there. If bad conductor if you are taking, then there will be more and more resistance. We all know that you will read this one in higher classes, that the voltage or the electric supply which you are actually giving to the circuit, because of that one the current is produced, is directly depend on the, it is depending on the resistance. If resistance will be more there, then the flow of charges, current will be less there. So that is only the resistance. Okay, now the circuits. Okay, suppose you are talking about the two types of circuits we are using most of the time with the help of resistance. Now for your information, resistance is just denoted by this type of thing. This is actually the resistance denoted by capital R, okay, or sometimes small r is also there, which is notify the internal resistance. Now the circuit. So two types of circuits are there. One is series circuit. Series mean when they are actually connected in a different. I'm just showing this one. Look here in this particular thing, one resistance is here and another resistance is here, okay, and they are connected by a cell or by a battery. Suppose if you are talking about, then suppose this one is R1 resistance, this is a R2 resistance. Current is passing in this way. Current is passing in this way. Suppose I current is passing this way. Now you can see this one in this particular circuit. What is actually happening here? If you are calculating the voltage across this resistance and this resistance, or the voltage across against this resistance or this resistance, then what type of thing you will get? The series circuit means what? That one end of the resistance is connected to the other end of that one, okay, in this way. This is actually the series circuit. Now here the current will be constant, that is for your turn, or the voltage will be constant. You have to tell that one, that which one is constant. That is your homework. You think for a moment, you can tell that one, that I is remaining constant here, or V means this V, voltage is supplied from here, which is remaining constant on that one. Think for a moment. I told that one the story. Next one, the parallel circuit. Parallel circuit means what type of thing? Suppose you are just drawing two resistance or three resistance, you can also write, also draw. Suppose three resistance I have just drawing here. Now they are connected, all the resistance are connected in a certain point. This side is connected in a particular point A, and this side the resistance are connected in a particular point B. But we have not till now that given the voltage or the supply, we have not given. Now we are giving the current or the supply, V voltage we are now giving. So I current is passing through that one. Now current will just divide in a three different direction. I1 will be here, I2 will be here, I3 will be here, and they will just again meet here in this point as I1 plus I2 plus I3 is equal to total I, and these total I will come back to this position. Now which one is remaining constant? You can understand. Current is definitely not remaining constant, continuously divides into three different ways, but in this point they are again meeting with each other. They are making I again by meeting each other, and they are coming back to this position. So this is the series circuit, this one is the parallel circuit. So these all things are present. Next thing, the different types of symbols we are using. Some of the time the question can ask that the symbols will be there, what type of symbols. Few symbols are actually present. So suppose for resistance, I already told this is the symbol of any type of resistor denoted by R. Next one is what? Suppose you are talking of the bulb, any electric bulb, suppose you are talking about, then it is just like that, okay. This is actually electric bulb. Actually these all symbols will use in physics. We will not draw this type of thing, that this is a bulb which is connected, okay, which is actually glowing. These all thing will not draw in physics. While we are just use the bulb, we will just simply use this notation. While you use the resistance, then we will simply use this type of symbols, okay. So this is actually the thing. Next one, key open. Key means any type of key, any type of circuit. Suppose you are talking about that, suppose a resistance is connected here R, suppose one key you have connected here in this position, okay, or in this position, if you can tell. Suppose voltage V is coming from here. So this is actually the key position. If it is connected, current will flow. It is open circuit, current will not flow. When it is connected to each other, then definitely current can pass through this whole circuit. So key is there, okay. Next one, battery. I have already told. Wire, simply wire is actually like that, simple one straight line you will use. That I also just told you. Resistor I also told that one. Simple, these all things. Good conductor, bad conductor, last part is there, so that I will just finish today. Good conductor, bad conductors, or insulators. Suppose if you are talking about good conductor means what? Through which current can pass, okay. Bad conductors, that means depending on good conductor of what? Good conductor of electricity if you are talking, then definitely through which current can pass. If I current can pass through any circuit, then this is called the good conductor. This is called good conductor. Clear? If it cannot be able to pass, then this is known as a bad conductor, or sometimes known as insulator, depending on the charges or the actually the combination of charges. So this is the thing. If you have any question, now your syllabus is now completed. If you have any question in online class, you can ask me the question from there. Okay, thank you.